Hey y'all, hold on. Gotta get my tea in. Okay, y'all, welcome back to 2 Minutes of Tea, the pre-show before the main show. Okay, guys, it's a lot going on outside. Yep, if you're cognizant, aware, conscious, if you're a black person that, knows what's going on, you might be a little exhausted, a little burnt out, a little tapped, like a lot of us. Okay, here's my secret to survival. Y'all, you gotta chase black joy. Yes, chase it. Whatever makes you feel good. I don't care if it's a trip, getting your nails done, a little sneaky link here and there, figuring out, a new side passion. Hell, if you're one of them workaholics that like to work all the time, you got to find your joy and you got to chase it. Block everything else. Block it out. Don't listen to it. Don't ignore it if you have to, because it's the only thing that's going to keep you grounded and okay during these trying times. Yes, honey. Because I'm chasing my black joy. I want you to chase yours. Leave what makes you feel joyful in the comments. I would love to hear it. You might inspire somebody else because we all gonna need each other, okay? We all we got. Oh, and in the meantime, make sure y'all check out Brooklyn Tea. The tea is good as fuck. It's black owned. We support black businesses, chasing black joy, black on black, blackity black. All right, I love y'all. Enjoy the episode. Bye.
It's tea time when Uncle Twirl. Let me go grab my cup.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tea Time with Uncle Twirl, where what's in your mug is your business. I'm your host, Uncle Twirl. Guys, sipping and spilling with us today, I have such a special guest. I'm kind of fangirling. Oh my God. Influencer, community builder, panelist, connoisseur of black romance novels. Y'all, JaleesaReads is in the building. Oh my God, y'all better give it up for her. Give it up. Give it up. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. Oh,
look, let's get our cheers on. Look, very, very elegant. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's real good. Yeah, this is that Brooklyn tea, another black-owned tea brand. Go get it.
That's delicious. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You look fab, honey.
Thank you. I said, let's be glam today.
The beat is nasty.
Shout out to Prissy in the city, okay?
Hey, Prissy. Okay, so, before we get into your business, I figured we could, play a few games, loosen things up.
Okay.
And so the first game we're going to play is called Sip or Spill. It's this or that. So I have a list here, maybe some of your favorite things. And
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Okay.
And you're going to, pick which one you prefer. If you don't want to choose, you can take a sip because we believe in consent. Okay, we don't force somebody to do nothing they don't want to do.
Consent is important.
It matters.
In everything.
Everything.
All right.
Period.
Now that we got that out the way.
Period. Okay, so first up, lemon pepper wet or dry?
Wet.
Period, because everything's better wet.
Period.
Hello. Georgia Southern or Georgia State?
Georgia Southern.
Period, the only GSU.
There's only ever been one GSU, and it's Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia. So downtown Atlanta University, my apologies. It's never been you.
Keep it cute.
Never gonna be you.
Okay. Chicken wings or tacos?
Damn. Chicken wings.
Period.
Chicken wings.
Wicked or The Wiz?
Oh. Oh, don't take my black card. It's Wicked. I'm so sorry.
Period. Okay.
It's Wicked. They literally start the show with "Good news, she's dead." Like, you cannot.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a way to start any movie, any Broadway show.
Period. And we can't wait for part 2 coming out real soon.
Actually.
Okay, I've been watching the trailer like it's the movie.
I've been watching Wicked like once a week. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's real crazy over there.
Okay. Goodfellas or Sister Act 2?
Gonna have to sip.
Period. She said, I won't. You won't make me choose between my children.
No.
Whitney or Beyonce? She's thirsty, guys. Audiobook or paperback?
Audio.
Period. A Different World or Living Single?
Oh, you know what? Living single.
Period.
Living single.
Because in a 90s kind of world, I'm glad I got my...
I'm glad I got my girls. I just feel like I relate more to living single at this phase of my life.
Period.
Than A Different World.
Facts.
But A Different World is always going to be number one. My name is literally. If it were not for A Different World, my name would be Kelly. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Come on, influencing the people. It literally made me want to go to college. Because I was like, oh, this looks fun.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Renaissance or Cowboy Carter?
Cowboy Carter.
Toni Morrison or Terry McMillan?
Toni Morrison.
Period. Indina Menzel or Kristen Chenoweth?
Idina Menzel.
And that's all big P.
Idina Menzel.
Hey,
I've
Idina.
been done with original Galinda for a couple years, and after recent events,
Okay.
she can kick rocks.
And if y'all don't know what recent events are, check it out.
Okay.
Last but not least, Kennedy Ryan or Beverly Jenkins?
Miss Bev.
Period.
Miss Bev.
She's great.
But that's no shade to Kennedy.
No.
Kennedy knows, she know who I am.
Okay.
That's my girl too.
Big fan.
But Miss Bev is just,
I mean,
she's a legend.
next case.
She is a legend.
Next case. Okay, you kind of slid through that. That was our
That
first game.
That was easier than I thought it was gonna be.
We trying to make it a little
Okay,
fun.
I'm a little nervous.
Okay. Now, the next game we're going to play is called Face Off, Black Book Edition. You know, I had to be dramatic just a little bit.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I have a list of, maybe some of your favorite books that I heard through the streets. And, I'm just going to read one and then I'm going to compare it to the next one and we'll just keep going.
Okay.
And we'll see who wins.
Okay.
Okay. Indigo or Manacled?
Indigo.
Indigo or Anonymous Acts?
Indigo. This is hard.
Indigo or Real?
Oh, sorry. Because it's like Galen or Cannon Hulk. You know what? I'm going to have to go with Real.
Period.
I'm going to go with Real.
Real or Luca? She's like, it's getting harder.
I'm going to go with Luca. Luca.
Okay. Luca or Muted Hopelessness, the series?
The Muted Hopelessness series.
Muted Hopelessness series or This Could Be Us?
Muted Hopelessness.
Muted Hopelessness or Intrigued by Danger?
Ooh. Because let me tell you something. Declan Danger. Muted Hopelessness.
Period. Muted Hopelessness or Need You by Me?
Ugh. Muted Hopelessness.
And last one, Muted Hopelessness or Before I Let Go?
Muted Hopelessness.
Period. And it's Muted Hopelessness, honey. Y'all check out the series because clearly.
No, Muted Hopelessness series by Love Belvin is hands down one of the best book series I've ever read in my entire life. Wow. Like, it's a series that I read annually.
Right.
And I recently reread it with the audiobook.
Incredible.
And when I tell you, like, the performance on the audiobook leveled it up, it was like I was experiencing the book for the first time. I know exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
I can tell you it's 3 books in the series. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen to each book.
Right.
I was sitting in front of my laptop working and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm stressed out. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's like, bitch, pull yourself together. You know what's going to happen. But it was, shout out to Wesley Siobhan and Emmanuel Ingram because they ate the fuck down on their audiobook.
Let me tell you, shout out to voice actors that be bringing stuff to life. We appreciate y'all. Real talk. It does make a difference. Okay, well, look, you slid through that game. I know that was a little hard, but you did it. You did it. Okay.
Putting Indigo up like that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay.
So now we're going to get into our interviews portion. Okay, so let's start with origin stories. I love a good origin story. So when you were growing up, did you look forward to book fairs at your school? Like, was that something you were into? Were you like an early reader? Like, did you have like a passion for it early on?
Yeah, my mom was a big reader. So she had us at the Stone Mountain Public Library weekly getting books. So I read like Babysitter's Club, Sweet Valley High. I was always a big reader. And then, of course, when we were growing up, we had, like, the Six Flags things. We had Book It. Yeah. So, like, I'm competitive also. So, I wanted to be the first person in my class to get to 100 books read. Period. So, I was speeding through them books. But I've always been a reader. Right. I've always been in a book somewhere.
Right. I love that. And shout out to local libraries. Y'all, support them.
Go get a library card. Please. They are free. And really, now, in these political climates and times with them cutting funding, if more people get their library cards, they will not cut as much funding. They still gonna cut public funding. Yeah. That's just kind of where we are. Yeah. But also there are apps. You don't even have to go to the library. You can access ebooks and audiobooks.
And libraries are really useful. They have a lot of things that you can do.
So much stuff. They be having like music studios and video studios in libraries. Like, take your ass to the library. Read a book.
Once again, it's free.
Free.
Okay. So you've built a whole brand around your love of books. What's the first book you remember falling in love with, and why did it stick with you?
The Watsons Go to Birmingham. I read that book. I remember reading that book in the summertime, And at summer camp, we had gone to the Birmingham Civil Rights Museum. And that was right around the time when like the Four Little Girls documentary by Spike Lee had come out. And that was a part of the Watson Go to Birmingham. So I was like obsessed with that book. I feel like that school year, every single project I did went back to the Watson Go to Birmingham. My teacher was like, you have to talk about, actually I don't. You said I could do this project. You said I could do my Black History project on whatever I wanted. And we finna talk about these people driving through the South in 1963.
Period.
I love that book so much.
Period. Okay. At what point did you realize reading wasn't just a hobby for you, but something you could turn into a career, a platform, and even a community?
I've always, like, when I got back into reading real heavy, when I got to, let me correct that. Because when I got back into reading real heavy, I had not found Black indies yet. So I was reading mainstream white romance books. When I found Black indies in 2016, like, I found Christina C. Jones. I didn't find her. Somebody told me to try her out. So I read my first book and I was like, oh my God, these Black women have been writing contemporary romance books for years. You just did it. If you didn't know how to find it, you didn't know.
Right.
So I've been a part of the community platform probably about a year ago. I was like, oh, this is something for real.
For real.
Okay, cool. Okay, I guess we need to adjust things. Maybe be a bit more intentional. Let's make a plan, possibly.
Right.
This is all very unexpected. Me getting on TikTok was not, I never thought any of this was possible.
Right.
Going to events and this was not my plan. I just wanted to help people who were looking for books find them a little bit easier. And it has snowballed into things that I am very surprised at and happy, but still every single day I'm like, all of this because I read books and talk about it.
I think it's something really beautiful about like when you intentionally are just kind of leaning into something that you're passionate about and almost like purposeful, like things just find you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really kind of beautiful. Like the universe is like, oh, you're aligned, we're aligned with you.
Yeah.
Let's take you on this journey.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So for, some people may not know, you're a singer, performer, for the people that don't know.
I've dabbled.
Did that love for storytelling through music spark your love for stories on the page? Is there any like connection?
I think the connection for me that I enjoy the most, both with music and with books, is emotional. And like I can be reading a book and I'm like, oh, this book feels like this song. Or I could be listening to a song and I'm like, oh, this song reminds me of this book. It's a very emotional thing because of course with any art, books and everything is very subjective.
Right.
For me as a reader, and this is why I say like, I call myself like a reader or content creator versus a reviewer. Because when I'm reading a book, I'm not looking at it with a critical eye. Right. If you can get me emotionally invested in the story and in the characters,
I'm there. I'm
in it, and I'm gonna have a good time.
Right.
It's all emotional. I don't necessarily know that one leads to a love of the other because they're like a combination for me.
Gotcha. I love that. So, we talked about Georgia Southern earlier, the real G issue.
The real G issue.
So it's where a lot of people go, they have their coming of age stories. How did your college years there influence your reading habits and your sense of self?
Reading habits, nothing, because look, I was either going to read for class or I was going to read for pleasure. Both were not happening.
It's hard to do both.
It's hard, and both were not happening. Sense of self, though, I really learned that I like who I am. And that I don't have to try to be anybody else for other people to love and accept me. And I think that that's something that I struggled with a lot in my early college years because I was like, I had a group of friends. We were a pretty big group at that point, still fairly large now, but it was like, oh, I need to how do I stay and maintain and make sure my friends are always going to like me when really I just need to be myself because they love me for who I am.
Big facts.
And I think that that's important. I don't feel like I have to put on no airs to be around those people.
Because we all know there are groups. Sometimes maneuvering.
Yeah.
You're like, this is exhausting.
Yeah.
Help.
I don't like when I get together with my friends, I feel my spirit feels filled.
Yes,
like I feel fulfilled when I leave our time together. I don't feel drained. I don't feel like, okay, I don't want to talk to y'all for another 6 months. It's like, no, that's exactly what I need.
Yes. I am doing this thing now where like as I'm getting older and I'm spending time with like whoever, I'm seeing how my nervous system is reacting and I'm really leaning into that. I'm like, you actually may not be good for me. Yeah. It's
one of those things with age, and there's some people that I love dearly, but I got to take a step back.
Facts.
Because what you're on is not where I'm at. And it's really, my anxiety be acting up and I just don't have time for it.
It's too much going on.
It'd be too much.
Okay, it's too much going on.
And I'm like, it's already a lot going on outside.
That part.
I cannot have this energy in this space with me right now.
All right.
I just can't deal with it.
So keep it cute or leave it on mute. Okay. So you read across genres, but you also are very intentional about highlighting Black romance.
Mm-hmm.
What's unique about the craft of Black romance that people often overlook?
I think the fact that regardless of who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, Black people deserve love. Whether it's the man on the corner selling drugs, whether it's the billionaire in the skyrise, the waitress at Waffle House, we deserve love. And we don't have enough representation of Black love.
Period.
Whether it be Black love with issues, whether it be pure Black love, it does not exist. We get what? One Black romance movie
You're right.
a year.
If that. Right.
And most of the time it's coming from Tyler Perry. Like,
facts.
We deserve to see ourselves loved unconditionally,
Mm-hmm.
just as we are.
Right.
And we also we deserve to see ourselves portrayed as whole people, not as what people think the Black experience is, but what the actual Black experience is, which is why I think it's very important that if you're going to be reading stories about Black people, that you read them from Black authors. Because that white lady is not going to write a Black woman better than another Black woman.
And that's on Big P. Next
and
case.
It's very simple.
Period. You moved me. I almost got up and started. You was like, because Black people deserve. I said, and we do.
And we do.
In all its forms.
And we do.
Truly. Okay. So in your reviews and content, you balance being critical with being celebratory, which I love. How do you navigate honesty with kindness when it comes to an author's work?
It is really hard to sit down in front of a computer and type out 200,000 words, format them words, and then release it to the public.
Facts.
Right? And so I never want to, one, discourage anybody from picking up a book. I think it's important with a platform. If I finish a book, there's something that I liked about it. So I want to make sure that I'm always highlighting what I like about a book. But if something rubs me the wrong way, I can also mention that respectfully. I'm not going to say this was trash. I'm not going to be like, this person should never pick up a pen again. Put your laptop down. Like, it gets real vicious sometimes in these streets, okay? And then people want to tag authors, and I'm like, don't do that. You can balance it out. I like to do like a kindness sandwich. So like I'll say something that I love about the book and I'm like, this part didn't really rub the right way, but I really enjoyed this part. And kind of that way I'm able to be honest to my feelings about the book, but also still be like, I did enjoy it.
Right.
This one part might not have worked, but everything outside of that was a hit for me.
Right. And I think we are lacking empathy in just so many areas currently in our society. And y'all, it takes really nothing to be a little kind, just a little bit more thoughtful with how you deliver something.
Just a little. Give a little bit of grace.
Yes.
It's not that difficult. It's not going to cost you no money.
Period.
It's free.
So if you had to create a syllabus for Jaleesa Reads 101, what 5 books would be required reading and what do they each teach us?
Okay. So first, Sula by Toni Morrison, which is currently my favorite book ever. Recently reread it. Sula teaches you that you got to put yourself first. I got to put me first, Lucius. That is what that is. Because if you are not happy, literally nothing else is going to go well for you. Indigo by Beverly Jenkins. It's my first Black romance book that I ever read. It is just love to know that two people, because Beverly Jenkins writes historical fiction. So Galen Vachon, who is the original Trick, he's known as Black Daniel. He going around freeing slaves. You got Indigo. She used to work on an indigo plantation, so her hands and her feet are indigo. You see these two people find love through these terrible ass times. Lovers and Friends by Eric Jerome Dickey. I mean,
period.
It's Eric Jerome Dickey, so you got to put him there. This is not a Black book, supposedly.
Okay.
The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which is another one of my favorite books I've ever read. But supposedly, Jay Gatsby was Black in passing. That is like a theory that came out like a year or so ago, which like if you go back and read the book with that in mind, it makes sense. It makes
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
It makes sense. That's 4. And then 5.
Yes.
You know, Anonymous Acts by Christina C. Jones. It is just, to me, a masterclass in storytelling. It's romantic suspense. And it is literally, every time you think you figured out who done it, you're wrong.
Wrong again.
Like, you are big wrong. And then, like, you finally get to, like, you're like, oh, okay, we finally figured out what happened. And you were still wrong because there was more coming. It's just, that is how invested I like to be in a book.
Right.
And I was invested.
That's me anytime I play Clue. Hate that game. Never wrong. I'm like, are you sure it's not Colonel Must? Okay.
I'd be a terrible detective. That much I know. I would not be a good detective. It would be a lot of false imprisoned people.
Now, this next question comes from one of your fans.
Oh, my God.
They want to know when you're going to write more under October Brown.
I keep telling people October Brown is dead.
Y'all, who did the body? Okay.
And I say that because it takes a whole lot of discipline to sit down and write a book. And so if you were to ask me at the end of my day, do I want to sit down and write or do I want to sit down and read? I'm going to sit down and read. With that being said, when I get inspired, I will sit down and write words.
Okay. Gotcha.
Will those words ever come out? I don't know. And in full transparency, the only reason I ever published anything is because, one, it was COVID and I was bored. It was really weed, so...
It'll make you creative. It'll bring stuff out of you, honey.
I was like, you know what? Let me sit down and let me figure this out. And next thing I know, I released it and I was like, yes, this is great.
Period.
And then I tried to sit down and write something else and it was like, no, this is not. That might have been a fleeting feeling.
That was my masterpiece.
But I'm gonna hold on to October.
Okay.
She's in the closet right now.
Okay.
I might bring her back out. We'll see.
Okay, look, we'll see is the answer.
We'll see.
Okay, there's hope. Don't give up.
Not too much, though. Not too much.
Okay, so you've been a part of events like Black Romance Book Fest and moderating author conversations. How do you see your role in shaping the larger reading culture?
I think just being able to have those conversations, being asked to moderate Black Romance Book Fest was something that was completely out of left field. It's never anything that I thought that I would want to do. And then after doing it, I got the bug. I was like, okay.
I love it.
I actually do enjoy having conversations with authors and picking their brains and getting in and kind of seeing what makes them tick. I just want to continue to do that. I'm leave this weekend to go moderate Black Book Bash down in Jacksonville, Florida.
Period. Make sure y'all check it out.
I will be doing Black Romance Book Fest again next May here in Atlanta. I always want to create a space where people feel welcomed, where people are like, I'm having a bad day. Let me go see what book this girl's talking about. When people leave me comments, I always want to be cognizant that I'm able to respond back to them. Like, I just want to create a sense of community because I feel like we need it.
Thanks.
And, it's very parasocial relationships, but I have really made some genuine, like, real life friendships. And we connected because of books.
Right.
And I was very much in a place where it's like, I don't need no new friends. I'm good.
Yes.
On the friend level.
Yes,
and now I'm like, I cannot imagine not having these women in my life, not being able to text them like, oh my God, did y'all read this book? Why does bitch do this? She's pissing me off. And like it fills me with joy. So I just wanted, the feeling that I get with books is the feeling that I want to help other people find.
So I know you said earlier that having conversations with authors is something you never thought you would love as much as you do. So any author you could interview, dream interview, dead or alive, who would it be?
I have 2.
Okay, yes.
Beverly Jenkins. She is just, I met her in May. I cried in her face. I knew I was going to cry. I almost passed out the first time I saw her, like, because she was just walking around the JW Marriott like she's a normal person. I'm like, do you
know who you are?
You are Beverly Jenkins.
An icon.
Like, you are literally an icon. You are literally the reason we're here.
Yes.
And you just walking around with your pocketbook.
Hey, y'all.
She's like my favorite auntie. And then I'd love to talk to Jessie Redmond Fawcett, which a lot of people don't know who that is. I read a book about her earlier this year called Harlem Rhapsody by Victoria Christopher Murray. She is essentially the reason the Harlem Renaissance happened. She used to be the editor for it, and I'm drawing a blank. There was a newspaper that W.E.B. Du Bois had up in Harlem. She was the editor. She nurtured Langston Hughes, like a lot of our great people from the Harlem Renaissance, they were there because of her. And she wrote books. She published 2 works, and I would love to speak to her.
You know what trips me out about stuff like this is like there are so many unsung heroes. Like if you just don't know what you know, and this is why Black history is so important, even though they're trying to strip it out of our hands, because they will cover up things. There's so many people that are responsible for so many beautiful things that we have now that we don't know about.
We didn't know. I didn't know, and I've recently gotten into historical fiction, Black historical fiction. And so I learned about Jessie through Harlem Rhapsody. J.P. Morgan's librarian, that was a Black lady. She was passing for white, but that was a Black woman. I would have never known that.
Gagged.
I would have never known that. And the books are good, and so like they're fictional.
Right.
So like obviously the authors have to take some liberty, but they are still introducing us to people that they're not teaching about these people in school. I've taken several classes on the Harlem Rhapsody. I've never heard of Jessie Redmond Fawcett.
Right.
And I'm like, why is this woman who is pivotal to this movement, why do we not talk about her? And I mean, I know we don't talk about her because she is a woman.
Hello.
But we should be talking about her.
And we
more.
Should be.
Go
and
read
this
that
is why
book.
reading is
fundamental.
Okay, fundamental.
Pick up a book.
Get into it. As Lil Jon would say, read a book. Okay. You're a part of a sports podcast with other Black women. Do you see similarities between the camaraderie of sports talk and book talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. We are actually, because of course we had Sports and Bullshit. It's a little difficult to do it now because there's 5 of us, but 2 of us live in Oregon.
Okay.
So that when they're off work, I'm like, baby, I'm sleepy. It's 8:30. Like I'm gonna get in a bed. But there's definitely similarities there because again, emotions.
Right.
People are very, very emotional about their sports.
Right.
People are very emotional about their books. So there's definitely, I think, that emotional connection for both sports.
Right. Incredible. And I love how you're doing. I watch your content where you're like, all right, this is a book that reflects this sports that I'm watching now or this game. I love that because I'm like, look, it's all connected, guys.
It's all connected. And I really do sidelines and storylines because I really want the NFL or the Falcons to take me to the Super Bowl.
And y'all should.
My email's in my bio.
Okay. Email her.
Holla at me.
Immediately. Okay, so Beyonce has The Beehive.
Yes.
Book Talk has its own fan culture. What's the funniest or wildest fandom moment you've witnessed in the book community?
Oh, man. So the first time Kennedy Ryan was here after Before I Let Go came out, that was what, 2022?
Yep.
Yeah, it was 2022. And she was doing a book signing at Eagle Eye Books Indicator. And this lady almost passed out. She was like, I can't believe I'm about to meet Kennedy Ryan. I was like, oh my God, ma'am, please.
Right.
And then my sister friend, Chandra, her favorite author of all time is Brenda Jackson. And so Brenda Jackson was here because I think Brenda's on her like 153rd book at this point. But she was here at Eagle Eye. It was her 150th book release. And Chandra just had a moment.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel so seen, okay? It's like, why are we crying over these women? And it's because they've been so pivotal.
No, facts.
In who we are and what we've done, but they've also nurtured our passion and they've given us opportunities to see ourselves.
Okay.
And I think for Black girls, for Black women specifically, it's important. And I will always hone in on how important it is to see yourself represented.
Period.
In every single thing.
Period. And I feel like because art imitates life, like when artists release things for you to consume, like they're doing it, one, from a perspective that either you can relate to or they want to share a story. But those kind of things matter because they're not something that like we often hear about ourselves or are being told. And so, yeah, affirm us.
Yeah. Affirm me. Let me know that this can happen. If I can see it, whether it be on TV, a movie, or if I read it in a book, it makes me feel like, okay, you can really do that shit. If you really wanted to, you can do it.
Big facts.
And I think that's what's most important about representation.
You are only as big as the opportunities that you're aware of.
That part.
That's real.
Ooh.
I mean, it's real.
No, write that down. Make a note of that.
Got it on film. Y'all put a pin in it. Put a pin in it, okay? Okay. So you're not just reading books, you're curating stories and conversations. What's your personal philosophy when it comes to choosing what deserves your attention? How are you picking like, okay, so these are the books I'm going to read? Because I know you be reading.
Mhm.
Like I think at one point you were like, yeah, I read 186 books. I said,
yeah,
incredible.
I think I'm at like 150 books for the year, which is actually like my reading has slowed down significantly. Because normally by mid-September, I'd be in the 200s as far as books are concerned. My reading has slowed down significantly. I'm taking the time to savor books more. What was the question? Because I forgot.
Your philosophy, like how do you choose what gets your yes? Yeah.
You know, it really depends on how it makes me feel. There are some books that like I'm in the middle of it and I'm like, I got to talk about this book because I need everybody to read this book. And there are some books that I enjoy, but if I've seen everybody and their mama talk about it, there's no need for me to add to it. I can comment, I can share that content that's already out there. And then of course, you know, sometimes people send me books and I accept books to read to create content about. But if it's just me, and I think that's the freedom in being a creator. I can talk about what the fuck I want to talk about.
Right. Literally, and genuinely what I care about.
If I don't care, if the book was just okay, it's always going to be in like my wrap up, but I'm not going to sit down and record a review for it.
Period. HR, which, a lot of people don't know, some of us have day gigs.
Yeah, I do have a day job.
HR often deals with conflict resolution. Mm-hmm. How does that skill show up when you're moderating author panels or in a tricky book debates?
More so in tricky in book debates. And I'm going to be honest, I do not talk about books with everybody.
Facts.
Like, that is one thing. And there are also certain books that I will not talk about with anybody. Like, if you didn't like this book, we can't have a conversation about it. I'm not interested in hearing why you didn't like it because I loved it so much. But I think being able to actually listen and hear what people are saying, and then not just listening to talk, but listen to actually take in what they're saying about that book, how they felt about that book. And then seeing, because a lot of times you're not going to feel the same. There are some things that I will really love about a character, and that will be the exact thing that somebody hates about that character. And they'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's also showed me that it's okay to be able to acknowledge and see both sides, but still stand firm on how you feel.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times people don't feel like, I can't have my opinion, but also see where you're coming from. You can do both. They're not mutually exclusive. You can do both.
You hear that, politicians? She's talking to you.
You can do both.
Okay, you can listen.
You can have your beliefs, but also see how somebody else feels. Doesn't have to change how you feel.
That part, okay?
It's important.
A healthy dialogue.
Healthy dialogue,
yes. Very good. Okay, music, sports, and literature are 3 different languages of passion. What's the thread that ties them all together for you personally?
They make me happy.
Period.
Even when they make me sad, they make me happy. I mean, I'm a Falcons fan, so so
Sundays you be sad sometimes.
I be sad lots of times, but it doesn't mean that every time my team is on TV, I'm sad.
Facts.
And I'm cheering for them, and I have hope at the beginning of every single game.
Hello.
And that hope goes up and down. Sometimes it gets completely extinguished, and sometimes it's like, wow, that was great. This is awesome. We've won. Yeah.
Period.
That's
Period. And I feel like we have got to do things to lean into joy. I was telling a group of friends, when this year started, they were like, people are making New Year's resolutions. They're like, what do you want to accomplish? I tell y'all, my only resolution for this year, my only real intentional goal is pursuing Black joy. Because we already knew what kind of year it was potentially going to be. And so you have got to find ways to really tap into the joy that keeps you lit, that keeps you persevering through these hard times. Black joy is important. Pursue it.
Black joy is resilient.
Ooh.
It is important because we do live in a society, we live in times where just because, look at recent events.
Okay.
You have white men killing other white men.
Very true.
And what did they do? They called in bomb threats to HBCUs.
Yep.
We're not even involved in none of that shit.
That has nothing to do with us.
You have made us your enemy.
Yep.
We live in a world that doesn't respect us, not because of who we are, not because of anything that we have done, but because our skin is Black. Period. So I'm only interested in being in places where my Blackness is celebrated.
And that's one big piece.
And if you ain't with that, then I'm not with you. And that's okay.
Cool.
That is okay.
Healthy dialogue.
Okay,
let's say Netflix calls and says, Jaleesa, we want to give you, we want you to host a reality TV show about books. What's the wildest format you pitch? Are we popping the balloons for the books?
You know what? That would actually be fun. That would be fun. It's so crazy. I would want to take other Black book influencers and put them in a house, and we would have to argue about books all day.
Oh.
like, let's fight.
It's like Big Brother books.
Yeah, like Big Brother, but
I'm
for
into
books.
it.
And I don't know what that format would be, but there would be competitions.
Yes.
It would be, okay, this is the book. You got 3 hours to read it.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
It's 600 pages. It's been done. You do it.
I love this. Netflix, are you listening?
Something crazy.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of value in Black books.
Hello.
Publishing industry,
Talk about
Netflix,
it.
everybody.
Talk about it.
There's a lot of value. And I'm not just talking like, you know, the content. I mean, actual money. The Black dollar is spent.
Okay, and y'all know that.
It is spent on books.
Okay, ask Target about the Black dollar. Hello. Okay, so let's get into some more fan questions. Okay, you're given a ticket to anywhere in the world, but you have to pick based on a book you've read. Where are you going?
Fiji.
Ooh.
And I cannot tell you what book that's from, but this couple did go to Fiji, and they had a good time, and I said, that's where I'll be honeymooning.
You said Fiji me.
Fiji me, please.
Okay.
Fiji me now.
Okay, another fan question. Which fictional character would be your ideal travel buddy and why?
Declan Danger, because he has a private plane.
Hello.
And he's a millionaire.
Handle it, Declan.
And he got big dick energy and a big dick. According to the book.
God is good.
Amen.
What's your favorite Beyonce album?
Now, what kind of sadistic ass question is that? You know, it really, honestly, and truly is Cowboy Carter.
Yes.
Cowboy Carter from top to bottom. Sonically.
Yes.
The vocals.
Yes.
The production is Cowboy Carter.
It is a beautiful album.
Like, I got to Amen and I said, okay, immediately I have to run this back. But I was also like, wow, this bitch is making me rearrange my favorites all over again. Right. It's really unfair. Giselle, please take your foot off my neck.
We love you. Can't wait for Act 3.
Oh my God. I got my outfit planned. Okay. I really needed to be rocked. Thanks.
It was really cool because me and my team, we went to the Cowboy Carter concert when it was here in Atlanta. And I think it was Kirsten and Nadia's first time seeing her. And I mean, it was, spectacle's not even the word. It was moving. You felt seen. You felt triumphant. Sometimes you were emotional, like moved to like tears, literally.
Really? So 2 things about Cowboy Carter specifically. Because I was supposed to go see Cowboy Carter on 4th of July in DC with my friends. I got COVID, so I could not go.
Okay.
Me and my mama went here in Atlanta. We went night 4 here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were there night 4. Hearing a stadium full of Black people sing American Requiem at the top of their lungs, I was like, okay, it's going to be that kind of night.
Yes.
But also, Just for Fun is a gospel song. I don't care what anybody says. That is a praise and worship song. And my mom was like, I looked over at you and you had your phone up and you just, I was like in a moment.
Yes.
And I recorded it and I'm like, I can't believe my hand stayed still the whole time, but that song does something to me.
Yeah, no, it was transcendent. I think that's the perfect way to describe it. For those of you who have never been to a Beyonce concert, that's Hey and Go.
You don't even really have to, like, if you're not even a Beyonce fan, that's fine. You are going to go to a Beyonce concert and still have the time of your life. It's just, she's just everything.
She's that good.
She just is.
Okay. If you could greenlit one adaptation of a book you love into a film or TV series, what would it be and who's your dream cast?
Just one?
Just one.
Y'all are probably tired of hearing this book, but it's Indigo.
Period.
By Beverly Jenkins.
Yep.
I am just, with the popularity of Bridgerton and like all this Regency stuff, I'm like, how y'all have not gone over to that lady's character to give us some Negroes is real crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Who?
And you don't have to do every character, but like your favorite characters in Indigo.
Okay. Probably Erin Pierre.
Yes.
For Galen Vachon.
Yeah.
Indigo herself. Oh. I think Danielle Deadweiler.
Ooh, beautiful actress.
Either her or Who's the other lady? She has gorgeous eyes.
DeWanda Wise?
DeWanda Wise.
Yes.
One of those two, but I'm leaning more towards Danielle.
Yes. Yeah, she's incredible. I saw her in The Woman in the Front Yard, which that movie, I love her, but it caught me completely off guard with what the subject matter really is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful film.
Okay, so you're saying I need to watch it.
Incredible.
Okay.
It is not what you think it is.
Because I'm not a horror girl.
Yes.
I watched that Audrey Day movie on Netflix with the white lady with Glenn Close. I said, I don't know what is going on, but this is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm gonna get.
Yeah,
okay,
no, it
was.
Yeah, when it ended, like most of us were still just sitting there, like, what did I just see?
Oh, I love when movies do that.
Yes,
okay, yeah,
incredible.
I'm gonna add that to the list.
Last fan question: looking back, what are you most proud of in the last year?
Black Romance Book Fest. They had me on a panel with Tia Williams, who's a New York Times bestseller, Farrell Shawn, who is another pillar of Black romance, also a New York Times bestseller, Natasha Bishop, Danielle Allen, and Kasha Thompson. And the topic was banter in books. And I love banter. If you have your characters have good banter, I'm gonna eat it up. But like my preparation for all of my panels, I was like, okay, are these questions good? Are these questions not good? I was very nervous. And when I tell people that, they're like, you didn't seem nervous. I'm like, because I'm a good actress, bitch, but I was nervous, okay?
I was shook.
But being able to be on stage, and I asked one question and everybody was like, ooh, and I was like, exactly, period.
Yes,
I did indeed write this question from my own brain. And I think my consistency over the past year has been really, really good. I've decided that I was really going to take this seriously, probably around August of last year. And I have taken it seriously.
Okay.
And it has afforded me opportunities that I'm still to this day like, oh shit, me? Okay, sure. Even this.
Right. I mean, what? Of course.
I'm like, for books?
Yes.
That's crazy. And I say that all the time. I'm like, all of this because I be reading books and I talk about books. This was not ever the plan. But tell God your plans and he will laugh right back at you.
Ha.
And here we are.
Amen. Okay. 10 years from now, when people say Jaleesa Reads, what do you want the brand to mean beyond just books?
I want people to just feel like Jaleesa Reads is a space or has created a space where you can just be your awesome book nerd self. Just be yourself. And if you don't like something, cool. If you love something, cool. If something made you cry, that's normal. It's okay. I think just being someone who helped create a space for Black readers in an industry that ignores us.
That part.
That will take our money.
Okay.
But ignores who we are.
Hello.
That will put out one Black author and then send 2 copies to a Barnes & Noble store.
Raggedy.
I don't think people realize how white publishing is, and how much adversity Black authors, even the popular Black authors, face because they are traditionally published. And I think also a lot of Black people don't read as much because they don't know where to go and find their books. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know who you want to read, and you walk into a Barnes & Noble, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see a whole bunch of Black books. Your stores very rarely have like an African-American fiction section anymore. So if you don't know exactly who it is you're looking for, you might not find it.
Period.
But they're out there and they're writing books, and these books are phenomenal.
Well, Jaleesa Jackson, Jaleesa Reads, we see you. Thank you for seeing us. Thank you for seeing the people that are putting out the art that reflects our stories, our truths, our love. It does matter. And the community we built has been something that's been so beautiful. So you deserve all the flowers and the success. Okay, so what do you have coming up? I know we talked about Jacksonville, Black Romance Fest. Anything else that we should be on the lookout for?
I do have some other things coming next year. I cannot talk about them. NDAs and things. But yeah, I have some other stuff that I'm excited about being announced so that I can actually talk about it. I'm going to wrap up my book year next month.
Yep.
And I'm probably going to take the rest of the year off because I'm tired.
Yes.
I have been outside I'm like, I need a break. I need a break. And I love what I do. But you know, it takes about an hour and a half to record a 2-minute video. I just want to read for pleasure and kind of end my year on that high. But I definitely have some stuff, Black Romance Book Fest next year, and hoping to do some more local book conversations with authors as well. So as I find out stuff, I will post everything so everybody knows.
And we'll be sure to repost it. Y'all, Jaleesa Reads, I know she has to go, y'all. I know I asked all the questions I could. Okay. Where can the people find you? Where can the people follow you? If they want to connect, if they want to reach out.
So I'm on all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube, and now Facebook at Jaleesa Reads, JAL, 2 E's, 1 S, an A, and then the word reads. You can find me there, see me in these streets, say hello, give me a follow. You know, let's read some motherfucking books.
Period. Keep it cute when y'all be messaging. Don't be sending her.
Yeah,
you know how some of y'all
you can say hello.
Yeah.
I don't mind when people DM me, but like, say hi first.
Yeah.
I think it's just polite. I'm from the South. Okay,
Hello.
you're supposed to walk. You can't just walk in somebody's house and not talk. Say hi.
Period. You all can find me at Uncle Twirl. That's Twirl with an E on all social media platforms. Once again, Jaleesa Reads, thank you so much for being here, y'all.
Thank you for having me.
And like I always tell y'all, feel free to spill the tea, but don't be messy.